eclipse season. Are you ready for it? This video is all about our Libra lunar eclipse. This is fated karmic change for everyone and has so much positive potential behind it. I'm going to tell you all about the general meaning behind this eclipse, and in this video more than others, the general overview is going to give you a lot more information about what you can expect, what this karmic change really means. And then I'm going to get into the sign by sign as usual. Check your sun, moon, and rising for a better idea of how this lunar eclipse is going to show up for you. Before I get into that, thank you so much to everybody who is watching, liking, subscribing. I just can't express how much fun it is to do this with you. And very exciting news that bookings are open. The website is going to be in the link below. I'm so excited to connect with you more one-on-one. Can't wait to see you there. And here we go. Eclipse season. A Libra eclipse. What does this mean? It's relationships. Libra is all about how we get along with other people, how we manage conflict, how we balance our needs between ourselves and another person. Libra is generally a sign about avoiding conflict, diplomacy, making things peaceful and lovely and beautiful and smooth at all costs. However, that cost could be coming from you. That's a very common Libra energy, is that keeping the peace sometimes is at a sacrifice to getting our needs met. Aries is on the opposing side of Libra, and Aries is all about self and initiation. It is all about keeping a healthy activation of self, sometimes at the cost of others. Aries doesn't want to lose themselves in another person, and Libra is all about that. Going to show us where and how to express our needs so that both parties win. In this context, are you somebody who expects other people to just act and behave the right way all the time? The other person is just supposed to know how to do that. And if they don't know how to do that, do you judge them for not hitting the mark? This moon is going to start to give us an opportunity for clear expression of what we need from other people, how to express what we need in a way that is smooth and clear and supportive and makes room for both people's needs. A couple of resources that come to mind are nonviolent communication and crucial conversations on how to effectively resolve conflict and have healthy communication. It could be really helpful right now. So I'm going to leave the links for those below. Those are two of my favorites. And really anything that you can find that is going to help this mutual meeting when it comes to partnerships and relationships of all kinds, how we navigate self and other in the world in any part of your chart where this shows up. The reason I think that this moon has mostly supportive energy behind it is we have a beautiful sextile with Venus and Jupiter. Venus and Jupiter are the two benefics of the zodiac, so they bring healing, pleasure, abundance, all good stuff. And with a sextile, that's an easy flow of energy. Now, we are also dealing with an astrology sandwich again. So on either side of the sun right now, we have a lot of activity. Jupiter is healing and benefic, but it is traveling really close to Uranus, and it is going to make a conjunction meeting in the sky with Uranus on April 20th. This could bring really unexpected, jarring, shocking shifts. Because we're talking about Jupiter, I don't foresee these being ultimately uncomfortable, but it could be. And Venus, as lovely as she is, and is the manager of all of the pleasure and beauty that we experience in the world, she's traveling with Saturn. And Saturn means business. Saturn is the tough fatherly lessons. Some say the grandfatherly lessons, in that there's kind and loving intention behind it. But Saturn is what gives things form in our more dense material earthly experience that we exist in. Beauty and pleasure found in Venus, especially when Venus is in Pisces, can lack practicality. Saturn has a really big job right now to discipline this part of our lives. So this Jupiter-Venus sextile is really beautiful in and of itself. There is a lot of energy alongside it that is asking us to do some work. The lunar eclipse is happening on a south node. So this is eclipsing out that of the past that we no longer need to carry with us. Where Libra is weak, we're going to start to see some closure. And that has to do with bending over too much for another person. It is eclipsing out ways that Libra is overly idealistic, bringing forward more of the practical, higher vibrations of Libra, which create really lovely, balanced energy in a union. And a union of any kind, depending on where this shows up in your chart. On the other side of this moon, where the sun is, we have our north node. Our soul is going in the direction of something that we haven't stepped into before. And this has more Aries qualities. Chiron is our wounded healer. Mercury is about communication and our mindset. And there has been a connection of energy with this in Aries, where our soul is stepping into new territory when it comes to our communication, when it comes to healing past wounds, and moving forward in ways that we haven't been able to before. This is that when we heal past wounds, we make room for new communication and moving forward in this part of our life that is healthier. However, it is brand new. It is foreign. It's not familiar. But we have this, with this recent energy with Mercury and Chiron in the North Node, we now have the tools. Mercury gives us the tools, the mindset, the cognitive ability to do what we need to do. And this is going to have some Aries energy behind it. This means that our communication is initiating something new. The tools that we have been working on, we now can apply in a brand new way. But first, this eclipse might close something off and create a completion so that these new tools can come forward. However, all of this energy plays out, this is bringing new life to our relationships, bringing new life to ourselves, and ultimately creating more harmony, which is one of the things that Libra does best. Let me tell you in more detail how this is going to affect your sign. Check your sun, moon, and rising, and I will see you there. Hi, Scorpio. This is a 12th house lunar eclipse for you. Something is coming to completion when it comes to how you retreat from the world. This might be a manifestation of something overseas, something to do with the unseen realm, your connection to the spirit world. But you have a lot of energy also with creativity, children, creative expression of who you truly are and your God-given talents. There's a whole lot going on with work and day-to-day activities and partnerships. So if I put that all together, there could be some time alone and retreat with your significant partner or significant somebody. This can have pleasure all over it. So I like this activity in these areas of your chart. You could be enjoying pleasure and play with your partner in very easy flowing ways. And maybe this is behind closed doors. This is hidden away from the rest of the world. And you're creating that balance with work, day-to-day activities, your employees, if you have them. This is where you're being asked to put more energy into work and your day-to-day activity. But there's something that has to change with how you retreat first. It could be that you need less retreat. It could be that unhealthy, destructive habits are being eclipsed out of your life right now. Or it could be that old ways of finding rest and a break are transforming. And when you have healthy ways of retreat, you are feeding that part of your life that requires work and discipline and service to other people. When you are rested, you can serve others better. Because Chiron is traveling through this service and health part of your chart, you might be healing some wounds when it comes to your service to others. And you could just be downright healing. If there's health stuff going on in your life, then past life wounds and trauma and hurt of some kind could be going through some shifts and adjustment. For a few of you Scorpios out there, this could manifest as a transition overseas for you when it comes to your home and living space. That's a small group of you, but with Pluto starting its journey through your fourth house of home and family, there could be something connected to overseas that changes things for you. This could change your day-to-day world too, if that's part of the picture, that you're moving overseas, your home is going somewhere completely different, and then your habits are different, your day-to-day life is different, your partnerships can expand, you can have more connections and significant people come into your life that have a really big impact for you moving forward. This is coming down to fun and joy and children for you as well. And so with all of this going on, that is a really big focus for you. And if it's a creative project, maybe there's some activity overseas that really helps your creative project move forward, and business partnerships that help you with this creative work. And this creative work then becomes of service to others. One possibility for a few of you out there, ultimately, I really like the position of all of this energy for you, Scorpio. So enjoy the fun. Keep in mind that expressing your God-given talents and your creativity and your childlike nature is a big piece of this story. And for a Scorpio, expressing everything that's on the inside in a creative way is not your go-to. You're more one that loves to pull that out of other people, and you want to see what is deep on the inside of others and help them find their joy. But this is about you finding it for yourself and expressing that to other people a little bit more if you feel called to. I hope that this culmination and karmic shift is a good one for you, and I will see you next time. Hi, Sagittarius. This is an 11th house eclipse for you. So something is coming to fruition or completion when it comes to networks, your community, the people that support you in this world. This can be a long-standing wish come true. And it's connected to your joy. It's connected to your playfulness, who you truly are, how you express your God-given talents to the world. How do you drive joy, and how do other people in the world support that for you? You're going through big healing when it comes to this part of your chart with joy and children and play and pleasure. And if the people that you surround yourself with and your networks are not supporting this part of yourself, then that's coming to a close. And the focus over this longer eclipse journey on the Libra and Aries axis is about fun for you. It is about children. It is about joy. This could be dating, romance, sex that you have for pleasure, hobbies, creative projects of any kind. Blessings are coming from your day-to-day activities, work, health. Home is getting restructured in ways that give beauty more long-standing existence and potential. You could be restructuring your home and making it more beautiful. There's a lot of motivation with your home life, your family, your place of origin, and your health and the healing that you've been focusing on a day-to-day basis is really meshing well with your home life right now. And that gives you a nice space to be creative and to experience joy and to enjoy your children. Children can certainly be a big focus for your soul's journey and path right now, as well as creative projects and play. So make sure that your friends and networks are in harmony and creating support so that ultimately it is about you having a more joyful, playful experience in this world. And Sagittarius, you're no stranger to joy and play. You know how to go out and have fun. Some would say Sagittarians are the most fun in the zodiac. And you know how to create alignment with your beliefs so that it supports this fun. But this is energy that is coming from outside of you. This is energy that's fated and karmic, and new people and communities could come into your life that are extremely supportive moving forward, that bring more harmony, that make it easier for you to express yourself and get along with others at the same time. Maybe in your communities up to now, the people that support you in your life, you haven't really been feeling like you can truly express, and that could be a big shift. If this is work related, then the market that you sell to, or your audience, or the people in your reach when it comes to work are also going to really support the values that you embody. And when it comes to business, having a business that is in alignment with your spiritual purpose and what you value is really important to a Sagittarius. You have to have bigger meaning behind what you're doing. And now you're going to have the support from community to create a meaningful experience that is ultimately full of joy. And maybe there's stuff in your work environment, in your day-to-day life, and in your health that is somewhat surprising, that you didn't expect to find so much joy in work and in health, but that's shifting too, and you have the people around you to support that. So whatever happens, Sagittarius, let me know in the comments below. It looks like a long-held wish could be coming to fruition for some of you. It could be in that context, and it could show up in any of the other ways that I've mentioned. Ultimately, lovely places for you to have this energy. The 11th house is one of the most blessed parts of our chart, and that's where this moon is happening for you. So all good things, Sag. I'll see you next time. Capricorn, what kind of ladder climbing have you been up to? This is a 10th house lunar eclipse for you. So this is all about career, public reputation, status, image, how other people see you. What are you working on right now that is either taking the next level in the public eye, or ending the attention in the public is another option. You might be ending a career that is more public to work from home. There's some balance happening between home and the public. This could be a creative project. This could be a writing project. Creativity is definitely on high for you right now. And with this energy in the bottom of your chart, it looks like expression, home, creative projects, and something coming to fruition with career and status. But the career and status, there's also something ending maybe. And the energy in the bottom of your chart speaks more to your home life, creative projects, and how you express yourself. Expression is going through major restructuring for you. This could also have to do with siblings, cousins, neighbors, something going on with your close relatives. If you aren't embarking on big communication changes or mindset changes, there's another possibility. You're going from a more dreamy, creative Capricorn. Saturn is your ruler, so you are concrete. You are good at putting things into practical form. But you have Pisces ruling your third house, so your creative energy when it comes to communication might sometimes lack form. You might have all of these wonderful creative ideas, but putting it into something of practical use, there's ships passing in the night. It's not quite clicking. This energy could have that clicking for you, and maybe working from home in these creative projects is really something that is on the rise. Healing is also happening in your inner world. So the North Node Chiron Mercury connection, I think your communication at home is working in your favor right now. You've gone through a change with how you express your inner hurts, your inner pains, and that's somehow benefiting your status right now. You could be finding more work-home balance, more work-life balance. Capricorn, you are also known to be the workhorse, so you put progress and productivity above a lot of other things, sometimes above home and family. And this balance at the lunar eclipse is creating better alignment there. You're making room for both. And if you're not, this eclipse could be forcing you to make more room for your family, to make more room for your home life, and to make more room for the place that you grew up, the people that raised you, your mom. This has mother energy all over it. Maybe you're healing past hurts that have to do with mother or your family lineage in some way. Maybe you're putting that into a creative project. Maybe you're writing and healing through that medium. However this is showing up for you, Capricorn, I hope that it is bringing the best possible balance and outcome to your career status. You know, some of you could be actually getting married and really changing your home life that way, or something else in status could shift. But ultimately, this is about bringing more energy into your home, and whether you're stepping in or out of the public eye right now or finding some sort of other balance, ultimately, this is going to support your inner world. If relationships are part of the picture, romance right now could be found in your neighborhood. That's one small possibility for a few of you out there. You are going to have more fuel in your communication. Mars is in the third house, so you're motivated to write, you're motivated to express, and that might feel a little fiery right now. This Libra eclipse, Libra is not necessarily an advocate of fiery energy, so you're going to be looking at ways to soften that, bring that fire into a mode of expression that lands well with others. So again, those resources down below for a couple of books if you're looking for more communication stuff. But I think this is a journey you're already on, and focusing on your communication and how you express to other people is what you're already doing. So keep up the great work as always, Capricorn, and have a wonderful eclipse season. I'll see you next time. Aquarius, this is a lunar eclipse in your 9th house. This part of your chart is all about foreign places, foreign concepts, foreign people, publishing, education, higher learning, expanding your mind. This is a big threshold point where your beliefs about the world could change. You've probably been working towards this, but this could be a catalyst for a new level of how you view the world, how your perspectives of how the world works serve you when it comes to your communication, how you value yourself and your home life. Your home life is going through great healing right now. You could be spending more money on your home and doing renovations that heal the home, but fix it up structurally in a more practical sense if this energy is playing out in a practical way for you. If it's energetic, then your self-worth is starting to heal your inner wounds from home. And that could be changing your perspective. So maybe your perspective of how you grew up in the world is shifting. And rather than thinking, oh, the way that I grew up was destructive and harmful and has hurt me, you are using it to create more of a solid sense of self. You're treating yourself better. You're adding more structure to how you eat and the foods that you ingest. You're motivated for your finances. You're motivated to have your finances really work for you and your assets, and having a balance there with pleasure and structure. You're clearing up the fog when it comes to your self-worth and how you make your money work for you. This looks like ultimately a great eclipse energy for you. I think ninth house, there could be something with foreign places and going somewhere different that helps your home and helps you financially, helps your inner world somehow. So explore, Aquarius. This is a time to get out there and challenge your beliefs and listen to people that have mindsets that are different than yours and see how that creates a balance in how you express yourself and how you make room for other people's expression as well. It's your day-to-day mental habits that are getting balanced with your bigger perspective. So in this situation, you could have a shift in perspective that helps you have a healthier mindset on a day-to-day basis. And you're able to get more things done. You're able to make more money and create better home life for yourself because of some of these changes. For some of you, this could mean finishing an education of some kind or starting something new. Maybe you've been working towards going back to school and it's finally here, some education opportunity of some kind, or publication. And if you're publishing something, this has the potential to create some good financial comfort for yourself, and it might somehow improve your home as well. A few possibilities for some of you out there. Overall, the energy is about your mindset and how that feeds your values. However it's playing out in a practical sense for you, or whatever is going on, Aquarius, I hope you're having a wonderful time out there. I hope you're enjoying all of the foreign new concepts that are coming your way, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Pisces. This is a lunar eclipse in your 8th house. This is all about your deep, intimate bonds with other people. This is about resources, how other people's money supports you, how your partner's money supports you. This could be a payout of some kind with taxes or some culminating point where other people's resources support you. Restructuring of self is starting to pay off. You are getting healing from siblings, cousins, close neighbors. This healing energy is helping you be seen in a really lovely light. Another way that this could play out, Pisces, is that source of support from another person could be coming to an end. And you are being asked during this bigger eclipse picture to rely more on your own worth and your own assets and healing your ability to create growth there, to create a healthy part of your chart and your environment when it comes to your worth, whether that is energetic, spiritual, or actual tangible money. Maybe this is how you nourish your body, how you feed yourself, how you take care of yourself. A few people could have some shifts during this bigger eclipse cycle that's playing out with Aries and Libra with your teeth, and that might come up more in the Aries cycle. That is just a few specific examples that might be applicable for a few of you. But again, the bigger picture is your resources and someone else's resources, and relying on other people might be coming to an end. Relying more on yourself is what is being asked here. And you can do this. You're putting so much work into restructuring who you are and getting along in the practical world. Because Pisces, you are so connected to the energetic unseen realm that sometimes what's required to get by well in this earthly dense arena that we're playing in is a little bit harder for you than other signs. And again, I say that with the caveat of everybody has a personal chart that is going to read completely differently. But this is a generalization for Pisces energy alone. So your skills are starting to build when it comes to how you manage this dense, practical, earthly experience that we are living in. And you're going to see the payoff. So if something comes to a close at the time of this eclipse, don't sweat it. Don't worry. It's going to ultimately give you a more secure foundation financially and worth-wise in all contexts to operate in a way that feels really good. So enjoy this money moon, Pisces. I hope that regardless of how the actual day-to-day things play out, that ultimately you are feeling the abundance of support from yourself and others, but mostly you. You are stepping into really supporting yourself in strong, practical, amazing, incredible ways. Mwah. Hi, Aries, and happy birthday to you. This is a full moon eclipse in your partnership house, the 7th house. Partnerships are reaching a new level, whether they're ending, beginning. Ultimately, this is a huge time in your life when you're experiencing an eclipse season of self and other. Right now, it's all about the other person, though. So something for your partner could be manifesting and coming to fruition. Maybe this has less to do with you and more to do with your partner at this time. Maybe some unexpected money is growing in your bank account and you're going on a fancy trip. There's a lot of energy with overseas travel, seclusion from the rest of the world if it's not overseas. Maybe you're spending more time with your partner, hidden away from the day-to-day grind and just really nurturing that partnership. The focus is about significant partnerships, whether that's romantic or business or anything else that's contract-based. And somehow this is all connecting really well with your assets and your self-worth. Maybe this new level that your relationship is taking is helping heal your self-worth in some way. You're really, more than any other sign, looking at that balance of self and other. How does that play out in your significant relationships? Aries, you're someone that you can be really quick with initiating what you want to express, do what you see is right and wrong. But there's a dance that needs to happen here with making sure that your needs and your partner's needs are both met. This also might have to do with energy of merging and keeping healthy separation. Aries is an energy where there is a bit of fear around losing yourself in a partnership. You might both crave deep bonds where you completely merge with another person and lose yourself, and fear it so deeply that you can't connect with your partner. So this is part of the dance that's healing right now, leveling up in your relationships in a way that you can meet your needs and meet the needs of your partner too. And hopefully, if bonding fears are something that you struggle with, then that is something that's healing and dissipating right now under the energy of this moon. And with this pleasure coming from your 12th house, whatever time you're taking away from the rest of the world, it looks like it is going to have an impact in the long term. Rest and retreat is something that is important for humans. We can't just keep going all the time. And you have a lot of fire. You have a lot of energy. So you can generally just keep going. But this is a time where taking a retreat, taking a break, nurturing yourself and nurturing your closest partnerships is going to be really rewarding. Whatever fate has in store for you for relationships, ultimately it is going to get you where you want to go in life. These are fated circumstances, fated people coming into your life, fated partnerships, fated contracts. Those karmic contracts that we make with other people are unavoidable. They also, regardless of how they feel in the moment, the ups and downs that naturally go with our partnerships, they're here to help both parties grow as individuals and achieve and accomplish all the things in life that you desire. I hope that your partnerships are going really well right now, Aries, that you're having a lovely time away, and congrats on all of this self-worth work that's been going on and the abundance that's probably growing in your life. Have an amazing time, and I'll see you next time. Hi, Taurus. This is a 6th house full moon for you. So this is all about work, employees, day-to-day habits. Where does this land for you? How are the things that you do on a day-to-day basis serving and supporting you? Something could come to an end with an employee if that's not working out and it's time for change. Something could come to an end with work or come to fruition, maybe a new position that you've been working towards or a new way of life in some way is coming to fruition. And this is fated. This is part of your karmic destiny when it comes to the service that you are here to provide in this world. What service are you being called to do? And how is this playing out right now? How are you balancing your work and rest part of your life? In some ways, rest and retreat and spirituality, your connection to the unseen realm, time away from the world is actually what could be supporting your day-to-day activities even more. This balance is ultimately the big part of this bigger eclipse story unfolding. And this ability to retreat and rest when needed is healing in some way. Maybe you were taught that rest and retreat is not an option when it comes to work, that you must just keep working and pushing harder and be really strict with your daily activities. But what supports the push is having that time away as well. This is about 6th house. This is about the day-to-day stuff that you do for this round. And we'll talk more about rest when we have the Aries eclipse, April 8th. Friends, community, networks are part of the story right now for you. And it looks like you are bringing a healing, very abundant energy to your community and friends. and vice versa. It's mutual, but you're restructuring groups. You are adding more definition to your friends and communities and your audience. So because this is work related, this could be your work networks. This could be the internet if you work with the internet. And are you using this in a structured way that really serves the work that you're doing and the service that you're providing? Or has the internet or market that you sell to, or whatever it may be, has that just been a bit chaotic and intangible and hard to grasp? So the work that you've been doing to expand who you are as a person and use your skills and talents to put into work and whatever else you're doing, there's some activity right now when it comes to your bigger audience and allies and people who are here to support you. If this has to do with employees and however work stuff is showing up for you, this looks like beautiful energy to have others support you, to have money come in that you can put back into the business, and this feedback loop of growth from the business that you do and the work that you do. I see this long-term energy playing out there. So your clients that you're building right now are going to be long-term clients. What a great thing to be building. There could be some unexpected energy play out. This might be more from you. So if you might make unexpected changes when it comes to your audience and networks that are ultimately to boost things and revolutionize to the next level. You are leveling up with work. Whatever is playing out with your service, and health is another option. Health, if this is what's going on for you, also is really supported by the money that you make and the people that are here to support you in the world. So networks, maybe you are networking and finding on the internet more helpful advice on how to manage your day-to-day life, how to manage your health. And that is creating a turning point where any health struggles that you've had or work struggles that you've had are shifting. They're coming to a close and making room for something new to come and grow in its place. Let me know in the comments below how this is working out for you, Taurus. I hope that regardless of what you're doing, your day-to-day life, there could be some overseas energy too. So some of you might be balancing overseas time away and how you get work done and serve, and what your routines look like when you're traveling and maybe working with networks with people overseas. Lots of possibility there, Taurus, and I hope you're having a wonderful eclipse season. I'll see you next time. Hi, Gemini. This is a 5th house lunar eclipse for you. This is all about creative expression, your true joy, pleasure, children, general creativity. How do you derive pleasure? How do you express who you truly are? This can be dating and romance and sex for pleasure. What a lovely place to have an eclipse. Something is karmically changing with how you derive joy. Where are your sources of pleasure and how are they serving you or not? This could involve your children. If you have them, then something can be pivotally changing with your child. But you have a lot of energy in the top part of your chart right now, Gemini. So your public image and the people that are here to support you are a part of this story too. Who's your community and networks, and how do they support your ability to have fun? What does your public image look like right now? What does your status look like? How do people see you in your career and your visibility in the world? You're putting some structure to that. So if people don't necessarily see what you're all about, what your values are, who you truly are on the inside, that's getting restructured. You have been going through some healing when it comes to your long-held wishes and desires and dreams, and the networks that support you, your audience, your community, your market. If this is work related, these are the people that you sell to or do business with or support your business in some way. And there's some overseas action for you too. This is where a lot of blessings can be, a lot of unexpected blessings. Maybe you're doing business overseas and your business reputation is expanding to other places farther away. And your creative projects. So if your work is really connected to creativity and joy, then there's some connection and growth, and your networks and market could be expanding when it comes to places far away in the world. The big question, Gemini, is, are you truly having fun? And if you're not, then what does that look like to you? What changes need to be made? And you've probably already been contemplating this and working towards it for some time. And this is the karmic intervention that comes in and boom, just shifts things in a way that makes life more childlike for you, makes life more pleasurable, and either puts an ending to that part of your life, which you could be focusing more on other people, and there's a little bit less time to be childlike and expressing yourself. But they're both operating at the same time. There's a dance that's occurring that is allowing ultimately both to occur. So if you're making a small sacrifice or a big sacrifice right now, when it comes to your joy, it's going to come back. It's going to just regrow and transform into something new and more supportive for you. This eclipse journey still has a ways to go. We have another eclipse in the fall that is going to continue this story, as well as the April 8th one, that if something disappears at the time of this full moon, April 8th is bound to bring you something new to fill its place. So stay tuned. I'll bring more information on that in our next video. But for now, I hope that this journey towards more joy and more expression of your God-given talents is going really well. And all of this public image energy that you have is just supporting that even more. And it really does look like you're going through some big karmic shifts with the people that are here to support you in this world, and more to come for sure. I'll see you next time. Hi, Cancer. This is a 4th house lunar eclipse for you. And the 4th house is your domain. This is home, family, your actual place of residence, or your deep internal world. Something is coming to fruition there. It is either coming to an end or building something new, or a combination of the two. The balance here is between home and reputation, inner world, outer world. You are being asked to step into something more visible. And the energy here looks like you are getting the supportive conditions to do just that. Jupiter and Uranus traveling through your 11th house for quite some time is bringing healing to your network's community, audience. If this is work related in some way, the energy that's showing up, your work market could be different. The people that support you and maybe you sell products to, that is going through healing and revolutionary change. Your mindset is also changing. You're going through huge restructuring of your belief systems, how you process foreign ideas, foreign concepts, education of some kind. This could be publication if that applies to you. So if it's publishing, very likely you are getting an easy break with your audience, that your audience is growing and it's just happening in this really nice flow. maybe that's giving you more visibility, and maybe there's something about this success growing from your perspectives changing, your networks maturing and reaching the next level. Something is healing with your ability to be seen. Cancer, you rule the fourth house. So you're a homebody. You might be very social. You're well connected. Family matters to you, but really being seen in the world is doesn't come easily to all of you. Again, if your personal chart shows something different, that can negate this. But just as far as a Cancer goes, you easily embody the energy of being at home, and being out in the public is a little less desirable for you. But there's something changing here that is creating a better balance for both. Karmically, something could come to a close at home that your typical ways of retreating into your home space are no longer available to you. And at the same time, this North Node Mercury Chiron conjunction that recently happened, or these activation points rather, is really healing your psyche and mental perspective around what being visible means, what status and reputation means. With Cancers, I think another way that this could play out is that if you're very concerned about your reputation, if you're very concerned about how other people see you, it's safer to hang out at home. It's safer to retreat into your inner world and not show all of that, because when you do, there's a risk of judgment. That could be the energy that's being healed, that you are no longer concerned about being judged. You have the people surrounding you that make you feel like it's safe to truly be seen. And this could be something that is new, that is part of a karmic journey for you, where you're stepping out of your shell, Cancer, and be feeling a little bit more exposed. This story is going to play out with the April 8th eclipse in your 10th house, and there's another eclipse towards the end of the year that's still on this Libra Aries axis that has to do with inner world and your public image. So this moment right now around March 25th is a piece of the bigger story. So keep that in mind, that the karmic shifts showing up and that are forcing change upon you in some ways, it's not all at once. It's baby steps towards something new that supports you better than the way you've been living before. I hope that you're feeling really comfortable in your skin, Cancer. I hope that you are enjoying this spotlight energy that's happening right now. It looks like you are. It looks like your perspectives, your mindset, and your connections with other people are showing up in really supportive ways. So enjoy every minute of it, and I will see you next time. Hi, Leo. This is a third house full moon for you. This eclipse in your third house could bring an ending of some kind of situation that has to do with siblings, neighbors, close relatives, short distance travel, transportation, communication, internet as far as emails and how you communicate over the internet, just to be more specific about that. Writing projects, lots of stuff is covered here in the third house. But on an energetic level, just because that's going to apply to more of you, this has to do with your day-to-day mind. And are the thoughts and the ways that you use your mind on a day-to-day basis really serving you? Your higher mindset, your bigger perspective of the world, your spiritual perspectives, maybe even education that you're undergoing right now is helping support this. You've recently gone through some healing when it comes to your perspectives of the world, foreign ideas and foreign concepts. So this could be that you're making room for other people's opinions and you're taking more in a way that reforms your own personal perspective, and that creates more healthy mental habits. Or maybe there's something to write about, Maybe you've been healing all of this spiritual processing and taking on new ideas and concepts, and now you're putting it into something that you can share with the world. There is positive energy when it comes to being supported by other people's resources and your public image. This could have to do with taxes, payouts. This can be psychological trauma that is getting restructured in a way that helps you feel more comfortable in the public eye, or gives you a different opportunity with status and reputation than what you had before. So there's a lot going on here, Leo. And it can play out in so many different ways. Ultimately, your perspective is changing. The blessings through work and visibility are really strong. And there's an opportunity to have more gains that continue to support this reputation that's shifting. Maybe as you evolve when it comes to your spiritual process, your status is somehow changing in the world, and people are seeing you as a healer, as somebody who can translate important concepts, psychological issues, and put it into some sort of writing text that is helpful for others. That's one possibility. Ultimately, you are on a fated journey when it comes to your mind, your mindset, how you use your mind. This could have to do with short distance travel, faraway places, foreign places. And it could have to do with siblings and neighbors and people that are close to you. Maybe a sibling or a neighbor, there's some sort of change, ending, new stage that's happening with one of those relationships. And that is part of what is healing psychological trauma for you. It is part of what is changing your perspective. Maybe you're going back to school and short distance travel is part of that equation. Ultimately, Jupiter in your 10th house is a lovely healing position, and you have a lot of attention right now. You have a lot of eyes on you. And that is a really good time to express and to share mindset stuff with other people. It looks like you're a leader right now when it comes to healing journey for yourself and for other people. Let me know how this is playing out in the comments below, Leo. Definitely see some good work opportunities and resources coming your way. And I think that you're probably putting it to some big picture use when it comes to your spiritual projects and how you communicate with other people. Let me know. I'll see you next time. Hi, Virgo. What are you manifesting right now? This full moon eclipse is happening in your 2nd house. This is a money moon for you. Assets, worth, abundance, other people's resources. You are receiving blessings from foreign places, education, changing your mindset. And that's why I want to know what your manifestation process is, Virgo, because this to me looks like you're manifesting a lot of abundance. Key significant people, contracts, partnerships. There's something coming into play there that can have long-lasting changes on your spiritual process and your higher mind, and just generally the education that you are taking in right now. It looks like you're mastering your mindset and your manifesting tools, and it's really paying off. People are showing up for you, your energy is changing, your self-worth is leveling up, and everything else is going to just fall into place. Now, I don't want to sound overly optimistic. There are always challenges that show up in this process. Sometimes they're perceived as challenges. Sometimes they are just those reminders of where we need to fine-tune our process. But your perspective healing right now is on high. And because this moon is all about the support and resources you get from other people, your deep, intimate connections, the healing is happening there, Virgo. The manifestation is happening in your assets and self-worth. And then the restructuring is in your significant partnerships. So let's put that all together. You're restructuring your partnerships to really flow nicely with this change in perspective and this change in knowledge that you have. In a practical sense, this could be that you are studying hard, you are working hard, you are revolutionizing foreign concepts and ideas into your mindset, and that's really feeding with other people well. But this moon has the potential to bring a financial shift for you. And if you don't see it right away, know that these are the circumstances that years to come, you're going to look back and realize that this was a significant point. This whole year where we're going through a Libra Aries eclipse axis, it is always about balancing self and other when it comes to Aries and Libra. For you, this has to do with wealth, with money, with your possessions, what serves you and what serves others when it comes to those things. Are your assets serving just you or the greater good? I mean, it's fine if they're serving just you. If you can put that into something where, whether it's the work that you're doing or you are a sign of service. So Virgo, it is always healthy for you to be serving other people in some way. If you have a strong Virgo energy in your life, I'm not talking about other people, I'm talking about your chart. And if you're watching this video, then you do. You're here to serve. You are here to be of service to others. So this Aries Libra energy can just help you better balance your own needs so that you can help others more. Because that's really important too. You cannot help others if you're depleted, running on empty, miserable. So take that money and do something good for yourself, do something good for other people. Find that balance that works for you. That's what's going on right now. And hopefully money and self-worth and all the good stuff coming with it. Enjoy this healing time, Virgo. And I hope that the hard work that you are putting into your relationships right now and creating a more spiritual process around balance and health of partnerships is really paying off for you when it comes to your assets. Virgo, another way that you could be sharing your wealth with other people is your wealth of knowledge. And that counts. So this knowledge that you're acquiring, I think that it's your perspective and the growth that you have done there is also somehow helping others and ultimately benefiting you. When others win, you win. It is that mutual win-win situation. And I hope that that is how it's playing out for you and you're enjoying every minute of it. I will see you next time. Libra, this is your eclipse. Incredible energy for you, Libra. This is a huge change in yourself. Something is leveling up inside of you in ways that are going to support your connections with other people. For you, this might have a lot to do with work boundaries. How are you creating structure in your habits on a day-to-day basis that are really serving you and helping you in the best ways? There could be some changes with your body and health that are karmic and fated, and ultimately this would be about creating really good structure in your day-to-day life to support health long-term. Jupiter is sending a lovely vibration to this health and service part of your chart in your day-to-day activities. So if something health-wise shows up, ultimately it is about healing, and it could be connected to healing psychological trauma. So if something shows up in your body around this time, there's a very likely strong connection to deep psychological trauma that you're starting to uncover. You might have the help of a significant other person to do this, a therapist or somebody else that's really helping transform and create sudden reversals when it comes to your health and your habits and your routines. But there's healing in partnerships right now for you, Libra. And this is a time when significant people are likely to show up in your life. This eclipse is more about you. But when we're in this whole Libra Aries axis, and Aries is your partnership house, and there's still a lot of energy there right now. So significant partnerships are still a piece of this story, whether they show up at this eclipse or April 8th or the one at the end, towards the end of the year, or somewhere in the span, because eclipse season does have this bigger window. Healing partnerships is a big part of this story. And I want to return to speaking about a Libra's tendency to avoid conflict at all costs. A Libra's tendency to be diplomatic and keep the peace can really be at the cost of you. And this moon is going to show you that, if that's what's going on. It's going to show you where you're losing vital self energy to other people and how to bring that back into yourself. That might have to do with your day-to-day habits and taking more time to yourself, restructuring how much you give to others and give to yourself when it comes to the service that you do in this world. Intimate connections, sharing deeply and intimately with another person could be where the blessings and the healing is coming from. Libra, however this is showing up for you, would love to hear in the comments below. Let me know some of the details, because this is a big transformation in your life. And if you don't see it right now, you'll see it play out in the months and years to come. But you are no longer going to be the same after this moon. In some way, something is going to be done inside of you. Something is going to come to completion, come to fruition, and this could feel like it's bringing in new things. This could feel like it's shutting off something old, or both. Both is very likely. A lot going on, ultimately. And if you are anywhere around 5 degrees Libra, give or take 5 on each end, so again, all those early degree Libras, huge, big for you. Whatever was going on around March of 2016 could be an indication of a cycle that's completing now. Keep that in mind. If you have any idea what was going on in your life around that time, we had a very similar eclipse to what we're experiencing this time around. And this is the next step. I hope that it is bringing wonderful things your way, Libra. Happy lunar eclipse to you, and I will see you next time.